Welcome. Hey, part 3 of the 35 horsepower versus 30 horsepower video. Today we're going to get a conclusion. We're going to run both of these motors same day, same boat, same prop, side by side to see if we can get a final conclusion on is a 35 basically the same as the 30. You may ask why the 30 is upside down there. I just got done pressure testing the lower unit on that. Wanted to make sure that was all sealed and good. You also see the 35 horse is showing 20. I've got my 20 cowling on this for this video. This motor is going to a buddy after this. It's going to go on a John boat, and you may see it on the channel with John boat action. I got this motor out by myself earlier in the week to test it out. Testing with the GPS and the tachometer, I couldn't get any conclusion on this and the 30. Everything seemed so similar. I'll talk later in the video about the differences I personally saw and felt, which were significant in some areas. But I think the only way to do this is just get them out same day, back to back, and then see if we can't get any hard GPS data on everything. So let's get this loaded in the water and get out.
What's up, guys? Going to catch some fish?
Yeah.
Not if we don't get out there first. It's more set up for
First pull, that was nice.
for what? Oh, I love the sound. It's so Me too. That's cool.
Yeah.
All the way around.
Yeah. All right. I'm out for the last ride with the 35 here. We've got the 20 cover on it. I got a buddy here. He's actually the buyer of this new motor, so making sure it works good for him. We're gonna do a quick speed run, but she's running good. She's running really good and smooth so far. Carb was a little dirty last time I got her out, so let's rip her. Turn the head backward. Yeah, let's see what she does. I got the speedometer here, 13 pitch prop. Here we go. Now to hook my tachometer back up. Come in through this hole, this air intake hole down here. Come up through here. Oh, there she is. Like that. Take this. And I'm just going to tie it like this onto the spark plug wire. That's it. That's all I do. Here's what I did. Just tied a basic knot on there. And that tachometer will just read from that. I have it set up that it's a twin cylinder 2-stroke, so it knows how many RPMs are based on that. Alright guys, I changed shirts. I threw the 30 on. Gonna head back to the boat launch and see how this compares to the 35. So, don't want somebody saying it's a different day. It's later in the day, it's warmer in the day. That probably gave the 35 an advantage. Alright, we got the 30 on. Got the 30 on. We are in a different body of water here. It's actually a lot wavier. We'll see what we'll be able to test. Got an extra passenger on the boat here. She saw I had a big Johnson on the back of the boat, so she decided to hop in with me. Yep. We'll see how this compares to the 35. A lot of boat traffic today. my conclusion between the 35, not this 35, but a 35 versus the 30. It's pretty interesting, but this thing was getting 800 higher RPM with the same prop. Apparently they have the same gear ratio in the lower unit, so I don't know how to explain that. That's odd. And they're getting about the same speed, wide open. I feel like the 35 has more low-end torque out of the hole, and I feel like the 30 has higher RPM and possibly top-end horsepower based on my situation on these short shafts. I think that may translate a lot different with somebody running a long shaft motor and a heavier boat. I could see where the 35 is going to get out of the hole a lot more, get you on a plane better, and stay on a plane, and probably maintain a higher top speed with a heavier boat. But yeah, pretty interesting. Obviously this wasn't scientific. This is all just me having fun. So I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I do this all in good fun for you guys. We got some future tests coming up. Mercury 15 out there we're going to be running. I'm going to run it, I think, against the 18. And then we're going to run it against Evinrude 15. I've got a 96 Evinrude 15 as well. I'm going to be running this 25 here with the older gear shaft. I'd like to see how that compares to the newer 25. And then I've got a 20 horse, which is essentially a parts motor. It runs rough. I was thinking about trying to do a video on converting this to a 35 by putting the 35 intake manifold, reeds, and carb on that to see really the before and after difference on that. So a lot of thought, a lot of ideas. The other thing, I was running the 13 pitch prop on this guy at over 6,000 RPMs. I'm going to try a 14 pitch and then a 15 pitch. Also put on a whale tail or a hydrofoil type thing on the back to see if we can eliminate bouncing and get more top speed. Take care. God bless. Safe boating.